Hey y'all, it's Sierra aka Capricorn Moon Goddess back with another video for you all. This is a reading for the collective, so you are going to want to take what resonates, leave what does not. Use your own intuition and discernment to determine which messages are for you. Listen responsibly, and remember you are in charge of making your own decisions. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So we are starting with the Justice card. So you could be a Libra. We are currently in Libra season. You could be a Libra though, but let's keep on going. Justice. So I'm hearing truth as well. So the truth is about to come out about something, or maybe the truth has already come out about something. So that's why you're going to see justice when it comes to a certain situation. Okay, we got the 10 of Cups, so this is happiness, this is celebration, and particularly happy family. Okay, so there may have been something that went down in your family, and maybe things are starting to calm down now. We have the moon, so definitely something that was hidden that came to light, and because the truth came out, there may have been a family secret or something like that. Because the truth came out, you are going to be celebrating. Some of you may also have been back and forth in family court, custody, something like that. So you're going to be receiving a judgment in your favor. And then we have the, oh, and also you could be a Pisces or dealing with the Pisces with the moon. And then we have Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is known as someone that is very fair. So again, the Queen of Swords could represent a judge in the situation. But it's someone who is very fair. They make decisions based off of logic and based off of the facts and what is true. Okay, so truth, justice, and fair judgments. That is what some of you have to look forward to. We also have Omniscient. Don't know if y'all can see that or not. And then we have the all-seeing eye. So this is something that is happening because God says so. God, Most High, Divine, Source, whoever you call your higher power, God hears all, sees all. So there may have been things done in the dark with this moon card that are being brought to light, and it's a divine situation. Okay, you may run across some information that you don't even know how you got access to that information. It was just miraculous. But yeah, this is definitely something that is being orchestrated by the divine on your behalf. Okay, so we have calm. So keep calm while the details are being worked out. Okay, we have reality. So it may be hard for you to think this is going to be your reality, finally getting the justice that you deserve, but we have smart here. So you outsmarted your opponent and you were very patient. We have tolerance. You had to tolerate a lot of things you should not have had to tolerate, and you had to hold your tongue when it came to certain things, not react the way you wanted to when it came to certain things, because you had to be smart, and that is going to be working out in your favor. Okay, let's see what else do they need to know. Yeah, we got the 2 of Pentacles here. This talks about priorities. So even though there may have been, you may have wanted to react to disrespect or to someone doing you wrong or to an injustice in a particular way, but you had to wait for due process. So this is for a lot of people who are dealing with court situations, legal situations, or if you have a situation at work, you're having to go up through the proper channels, go up the ladder. It's something about due process or a certain process you're having to follow in order to get the results that you want. And it may not be a fair process. It may not have started off as a fair process, but you are going to get a fair judgment or a fair outcome, and that's going to work in your favor. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a lot of feminine energy here, Queen of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. So you could possibly have a woman that's a judge, or a woman that's going to be making a decision when it comes to this situation. But with this 3 of Wands, you've been waiting for a while. You've been waiting for a while, and it's finally gonna be coming. It's gonna be happening for you. 2 of Cups. Okay. You may end up running into someone that's going to play a, I don't know why I want to say pivotal role, because I don't know if the word pivotal goes there, but I'm going to say pivotal role. Okay. And getting you the information you need, or getting you the resources you need, or being an advocate. Some of you may run into someone who's going to advocate for you. Maybe you can't afford a lawyer or something, but you'll meet somebody that's going to really help you out. So yeah, that's great. Wonderful. What else do they need to know at this time? There's a lion in this card, so I'm gonna say you could have Leo somewhere. But it's also just be confident. Be confident that things are gonna work out for you. I never ever noticed this in this card before, ever. This eye in this pyramid looking thing. And look, oh my God, that's crazy. I've been having this deck for a minute. I never noticed that. I don't know if this is a certain symbol, but you may want to look up all-seeing eye or pyramid or something. I don't know. But the word on this die is omniscient. So like I said, this is being divinely orchestrated. Okay, so somebody is going to be sent to you, and it's like someone that was sent by the divine to help you out. So make sure that you are in a space where you are open and accepting to help and resources and information, even if it comes through a messenger that you wouldn't expect it to come through. Okay? It could even be somebody you don't even like, or somebody else that did you wrong in the past, and maybe they want to make up for that by helping you now. I don't know. And we have another lion. Okay, so again, you could be a Leo, have that somewhere in your birth chart, but we got the King of Wands here. So continue to be assertive. Continue to, don't just let this situation fall by the wayside. Continue to do what you need to do on your part. Continue to be assertive. Continue to be passionate about the situation. And with the Fool card, you're going to see a new beginning. Okay, you're gonna see a difference. Things are gonna turn around. So things might not be going in your favor right now, but they will end up turning around. With this Three of Swords, this is something that's been very heart-wrenching, heartbreaking for you, especially if this has to do with family. Could be probate court, could be custody, could be divorce, dissolving a business relationship. Whatever it is, it's a situation that has been very emotional for you. Five of Pentacles, it's been draining, financially draining. Okay, you've had to spend a lot of money, a lot of resources. Eight of Pentacles, you've had to work very, very hard, work diligently, do your own research, figure a lot of things out on your own, especially if you couldn't afford certain experts and for people to like do things for you. We have the Page of Wands. Like, you literally cried out sometimes. This bird looks like it's crying out. You cried out at night. You've prayed. You've asked your spirit guides, your ancestors, Most High Divine Source to help you. And with this Four of Wands, they heard your prayer. They heard your cries. You will be celebrating. The Four of Wands is also a family card. A card that's connected to family, connected to marriage, happy home energy. So like I said, some of you could have gone through divorce or going through divorce, or like child custody, trying to get child support, trying to get the other parent to pay child support. They definitely played dirty with the Seven of Wands or Seven of Swords. They played dirty for sure. They definitely are a cheater, cheated the system, lied on you. Whatever they had to do to make you look bad, they did it. This is a very reckless person. Knight of Wands and the Tower. They are a very reckless person. They don't fully think things through. They think in the short term. So they may not have thought about long-term consequences of misrepresenting themselves, lying on you. Yeah, judgment. They didn't think about judgment. They didn't think they were eligible for judgment. They didn't think they felt invincible. They felt invincible. Okay. We got the Four of Cups. So if you are going through a divorce, you just weren't happy with this person anymore, you weren't happy with the relationship anymore, they treated you like an option, okay? So you decided that you were going to leave. Yeah, we have Six of Swords. So someone was very upset that you decided to leave them, and they decided to punish you through the court system, or making you fight for custody of your children, or not trying to pay you spousal support, or not trying to pay you child support, like doing things to make your life harder because you decided to walk away. They don't want you to be happy without them. We got Page of Pentacles and 10 of Pentacles. So you have been working very hard to manifest money, so that you can prove you're financially stable, especially if it's a child custody situation. So you can pay for experts, so you can pay for lawyers, so you can pay for resources. You need money for more than just bills. You need money to help you with the situation. And so your manifestations are working. We have the Page of Cups. You're a very intuitive person. A little birdie may come whisper in your ear some information that you need. So that's why I'm saying you may get the answers you need through an unlikely messenger. This person may not even know they're delivering a divine message to you, okay? But they are. Yeah, the star. Somebody is going to say something, do something that's going to give you the key that you need. They're going to give you the key that you need. You could be an Aquarius. They could be an Aquarius with the star card. But yeah, you are going to, yeah, Ace of Swords. Something's going to be communicated to you, and it's truth. Someone may come corroborate your story or something. But people are not going to be doubting you anymore after this happens. You're going to be validated. You're going to be validated for sure. But you are going to get the resources that you need. Five of Swords, Five of Wands. Like I said, this could end up being somebody that was against you in the past. Maybe they are feeling convicted. Maybe they're feeling bad. Maybe they're feeling their conscience is eating at them, and they're going to come out and help you and give you some information you need, even though they were trying to harm. So what I'm trying to say is be open, pay attention. Like I said, this person may not even realize they are giving you a divine message. People tell on themselves all the time without even realizing it. So don't just dismiss everything someone says because you don't like them. Pay attention to what they're saying, okay? Because it could be something you need. Yeah, King of Swords. In the world, all the swords are communication. It's something about communication. Something about communication. Maybe you got some old text messages that's going to help. Some emails. I don't know. Somebody going to leave a stupid voicemail on your phone telling on themselves, not even realizing it. Like, I don't know. But pay attention to what people say. You're going to have to use your intuition for sure. What is this? Three of Pentacles? So we got Three of Pentacles and we got 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is all about having to carry a heavy load on your own. Three of Pentacles is about teamwork. Like I keep saying, somebody's going to come through and help you. Somebody, King of Cups, somebody's going to feel the urge to help you. Not even realizing that's their own intuition telling them they need to help you or something. Like, this is someone that may not even realize how important they might be or how important their information may be, the information that they have. So yeah, keep your eyes open. Listen up, pay attention. This is kind of a specific reading, so it definitely may not resonate with a lot of people. And that's fine. That's okay. Don't try to make it fit if it don't fit. What else do they need to know? Creature of water, creative expression. Yeah, somebody's going to express something to you that's going to be important. The twins, which would probably more so be the Lovers card or something. I don't know. Let me see if this corresponds with Lovers. But when I hear twins, I'm thinking Gemini, and the Lovers card in tarot is Gemini, and Gemini is about communication. So communication is important right now. You be smart with your communication too. Yeah, so the tarot correspondence is the Lovers. So Gemini, communication. This says conscious connections. So be careful about what you say and do also. Don't do nothing that's going to work against you. Don't give nobody no information that they can use against you. The Monarch, victorious. We got the Chariot here, basically. So Cancer, you can have Cancer somewhere in your birth chart. Root of Air, this may be Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords again. Explore. Ace of Swords or Ace of Pentacles. I don't know. Let me see. Because when I hear Root, I think of Pentacles. Oh, Page of Swords. This is a Page of Swords. So you may, like I said, you may have had to do research on your own, figure things out on your own because you may not have had the money to pay for lawyers or things like that. Because the Page of Swords is someone who's studying, who's learning about something. So something you learned is going to come in handy. Altar of Water, love overflowing. So that's probably Ace of Cups. Father of Fire, passion ignited. So you could be a father that's fighting for custody of your kids. Or you could be fighting the father of your kids for custody. But it's a very heated situation. Father of Earth, generosity. So that's King of Wands and King of Pentacles. And I think we had the King of Wands that already came out. Generosity. Somebody's going to do something that's going to help you out here. Generosity. We got Mother of Water, emotional self-care. So you're having to learn how to keep your emotions intact while you're going through whatever this difficult situation is. It could be, like I said, it's a very heartbreaking situation. And it could very well make you want to just give up and end it all. But you know that you have to keep going. So keep going, okay? You're gonna get some sort of help. We have the Judge, which once again is most likely the Justice card, and it says poetic justice. So that's justice coming out again. Poetic justice. So it's gonna be in a way, like I said, somebody that's working against you may end up be the one that gives you the information you need, and that'll be like poetic justice. Like, you actually helped me out. Thanks. We got the Patriarch, unapologetic. So you could be dealing with a man that is just stubborn, that is just out here tripping, that is doing things that may cause harm to his family out of just to spite you, okay? Mother of God, miracles in motion. So you do have miracles that will be coming in. Like I said, this is divine. This is you might not even realize, how did I get this information? Okay, the High Priestess, intuition and knowingness. So continue to make sure you're doing crown chakra cleanses, third eye cleanses, making sure your root chakra is cleansed, making sure you're grounded so you don't miss the important information that's coming to you, okay? There's some important information that is coming to you. I'm trying to see what... Oh, I forgot I have these coins. Okay, sorry if it's loud, but I have all these coins, so let's see what the coins say. So Pisces came out again, and I said Pisces earlier with the moon card. It might be too bright for y'all to see, but this coin says Pisces. February 20th through March 20th, those are Pisces. Okay, and once again, Pisces represents intuition. So this is confirming what I said about intuitive information. Coming in, hold on. Hey y'all, it's here. I don't know if y'all know this, but I did post a video on TikTok earlier today that says anyone that's following me, you can comment on that video, comment a question, and I will answer the question. I'll pull some cards and answer the question, but you have to be following me. So that was the notification. Somebody was liking the video and following me. So if you didn't know, because I can tell that one is not being pushed through the algorithm, so I don't think a lot of people have seen it. So just so you know, if you want like a free mini reading, go look for that video, comment your question. The instructions are in the video. Okay, so we have a lamp is not hidden under a bowl, but set on a stand to illuminate the house. Okay, so somebody may have wanted to dull your shine. They may have wanted you to hide your gifts and your talents. And it's just impossible for you to do that because your light shines so bright. So that could have been the cause of the rift in this relationship. So the Bible verse is Matthew 5:15. It says, neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on its stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. So your light is healing to other people. Your energy is healing to other people. You shift the energy of the room when you come in. And a lot of people don't like that about you, okay? They wish they could be that way. This one says, do not be anxious about anything, but by prayers present your request to God. So remember I said you cried out and you prayed. Your prayers are being answered. That was your request to God. That was you putting a phone call into God, doing your prayers, or the divine, most high, universe, whatever you call your higher power. We do have the serenity prayer here. You could have had an addiction before, or you're dealing with someone that has some sort of addiction. But it says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. So a lot of people know the serenity prayer. They like the serenity prayer. So you may have that. That might be one of your favorite prayers. I think they use that in like Alcoholics Anonymous or something. So that could be significant to you. We also have Aries. So you could be Aries or have that somewhere in your birth chart. What else do they need to know? Okay, so we're talking about prayer again. I see why they keep these coins in like the little containers, because they can get ruined pretty fast, but it's hard to pull the coins when they're in the container. It says, pray always. Put on the whole armor of God. So the sword of the Spirit, the helmet of salvation. Remember Derek Jackson? What's his name? Is it Derek Jackson? That relationship guru that got like busted out for being a cheater. And his wife was talking about the helmet of salvation. Child, I'm done. Breastplate of righteousness. And then she tried to put a curse on everybody. Them religious people, I'll tell you. Shield of Faita, I don't know. Faita, I don't know how you say that. Sandals of the gospel of peace, belt of truth, sword of the Spirit. Okay, so yeah, this is saying put on the whole armor. So you can lean on your ancestors or spirit guides, most high divine source, for help and for protection. Some of you may like to use Archangel Michael for that. Some of you might use Kali for that. Sagittarius, you could be Sagittarius or have that somewhere in your birth chart. Sagittarius been popping up heavy lately. What is that about? What is that about? Taurus, you could be Taurus, have Taurus somewhere in your birth chart. Taurus also represents material things, money. So yeah, your money is definitely going to be increasing. That's going to help you fight whatever battle you're fighting. Favor as a shield, so you do have divine favor over your life. It says, surely Lord, you bless the righteous, you surround them with your favor as a shield. Psalm 5:12. It was hard to read that one. Psalm 5:12. We have love you, I love you. Let me stop playing and put these coins up, because they over here getting messed up. They getting smudged. I don't like that. That's why people leave them in these little plastic things. Okay. Because these coins is expensive. They be like $15 for one coin. I love you. My heart is bursting with love for you. You are my one and only love. So you guys are going to meet somebody that is going to be very faithful, very honest with you. They may end up helping you fight whatever this battle is, but it's going to be genuine love. Last one, we have, rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. So continue to follow the divine path that you know that has been laid out for you. It says, God, I offer myself to thee to build with me and to do with me as thou wilt. Relieve me of the bondage of self, that I may better do thy will. Take away my difficulties. You may have been praying for your difficulties to be taken away. Take away my difficulties, that victory over them may bear witness to those I would help of thy power. So, Most High, divine, God, whoever, showing their power through you by helping you. Thy love and thy way of life, may I do thy will always. Okay. And once again, there's a tree on here, which trees can represent family, ancestors. So you may have prayed to your ancestors. I said one more and then I end up getting this one. So Aquarius could be significant to you as well in your birth chart. So let me go ahead and put these away. But I don't know how I'm going to keep using these if they get messed up. Like, I had took them all out of the things and put them in this thing. So, yeah, I might have to put them all back in their little plastic containers. I don't think that's going to work. I'll just be trying different things so I don't get bored doing these readings all the time. All right, what other cards do I want to use? I was going to use this, but I always use this one. I have so many decks, but I tend to lean towards the same ones all the time. So let me try to use some different ones. I have my favorites. All right, what else do they need to know and or focus on at this time? The moon, once again, on the bottom. Pisces keep showing up here. Phases, cycles, intuition. Your intuition is very important at this time. Make sure your crown chakra is clear. Your third eye is clear. Your root chakra is clear. You are grounded. You are doing your protection work. All of that. Pine tree, vitality, longevity, and perseverance. So you have had to be strong like a tree. You've had to wait. It takes a tree a very long time to grow. So you almost had to rebuild. Yeah, and we have regrowth here. Okay, so sickle, focus, regrow, letting go. So you had to remain focused, even though I'm just feeling like you've been heartbroken. Like serious heartbreak you've had to deal with. But with the time card, time, like the herb, present, self-awareness. So you learn how to stay in the present moment. You learned how to meditate. You learned how to strengthen your spirituality. You learned how to strengthen your faith. And it was very hard, but it is paying off. Yeah, we have power, courage, strength, oak tree. This helps you tap into your power, courage, and strength. People thought you would give up, and you wanted to at times, but you kept going. Butterfly, transformation, joy, beauty, transient. Butterfly kept coming up in another reading I did. I don't know if I posted it yet, but butterflies are very significant here. You may want to look up what different blue butterflies are out there. Although I was hearing monarch butterfly. Monarch, a monarchy, isn't that like a woman? Like, or isn't that when they have kings and queens? I don't know. Somebody in a position of power is going to help you. Okay, we have roots, healthy patterns, early growth. Roots. So yeah, a lot with family here. And generational curses being broken. 10, maintenance, encouragement, guidance. If you needed encouragement, okay, that's why you're here on this reading. You had to encourage yourself in times where you also felt like giving up, when you didn't want to be here anymore. You had to encourage yourself to keep going. We have buds, new beginnings and expansion. Remember, we got the Fool card. You are going to have new beginnings. You are going to expand. We have leaves, renewal, revival, revive. You're going to be revived, but you're going to come back better. Your life is about to be better than ever, okay? Better than ever right now. But things were slow. We have snow. Things were slow because you needed time to rest and contemplate and learn how to meditate, okay? But we have trunk, stability. So you're going to be just fine. You're going to be stable. We also have loyalty and reliability. And I said you will be meeting someone, if you haven't already, that is going to be very loyal and reliable. That's going to help you out, okay? There's an owl in this card. So owls could be your spirit animal. Very, very wise person. You also may have noticed a change in your sleep patterns. Every time I have a change in my sleep pattern, if there's a spiritual significance to that. Of course, there could be medical reasons, or if you're stressed out and stuff. But I notice when people be trying to play, when people think they gonna do spell work when I'm sleeping, this and that, like my sleep patterns will change. You think you know when I'm going to sleep, but you don't. You don't, okay? But we got spring, rebuilding. I said you had to rebuild, so you've been having to rebuild, okay? Earthworm, clarity and rumination. You're gonna get clarity. If something keep coming up in your mind over and over again, there may be something you missed, so that's why your mind is wanting you to focus on it again. Potion, invigoration and empowerment. Yeah, like I said, you've been empowered. You had to empower yourself through the situation, and through that you've learned, okay, how to become a good alchemist, okay? Basil, prosperity, luck and love. If you have basil essential oil, you can use that. I use that to manifest money. You can use pine also, but basil is also good for love. So you have love, luck, and prosperity coming in. And we have the bee here, and Oshun has been showing up a lot lately. Oshun can help with love and prosperity, living a luxury life, living a soft life, using your femininity to get what you want. So yeah, we have sweetening. Maybe some of y'all are into doing like sweetening spells, or doing like self-love spells, glamour spells, things like that. Just taking care of yourself. Maybe you lost weight. Maybe you're eating healthier now. Maybe you've changed your skincare regimen and been more diligent with taking care of your skin. Maybe you've been growing your hair out, doing low maintenance, like I do low maintenance hairstyles. Just to keep you know, retain my length as I'm growing my hair out. So, you know, maybe it's just been, you've been taking care of yourself more, paying more attention to yourself. And that is helping you to manifest what you want without even having to do too much. When you take care of yourself, that's all the spell work you need to do half the time. I mean, that ain't even really doing spell work. But, you know, things naturally fall into place in other areas when you have more self-love, okay? We have the Mystic. There's a reason you have those dreams. I keep telling y'all, psychic information is coming to you. There's a reason you have those dreams. The Mystic, Intuition, High Priestess, Visionary. Pay attention to your dreams. My dreams be crazy. I have to interpret my dreams a lot. I have to write them down and interpret them, because it'd be a lot going on. It'd be a lot going on. But it definitely be people in my dreams, and I be seeing everything they think they doing behind the scenes. Yeah, I know what you're doing. Okay, so y'all may have those type of dreams. I would go into dreams more, but it's kind of a complex. It's kind of complex, the things that can happen in dreams and the things other spiritualists can try to do to your dreams and all that. So I'm not gonna go there, but maybe that'll be a different video. So it says rebirth. Rebirth keeps coming up. It's time to leave the old behind. Shedding chrysalis, taking risks. Don't butterflies have a chrysalis, right? So butterfly keep coming up here. Scorpio in the underworld keep coming up too. I don't know why. The sun, it says be patient, it will come. So once again, having to practice patience. You have the number 11. You could be a life path 11. 11 also represents portals, so you may have new portals opening up. That's going to help you. But it says manifestation power in 1111. Okay. Once again, the sun is Leo. Okay, so this person is meditating on this card. This kind of looks like an eye. So eyes are important here, because we keep getting eyes. I don't think this is meant to be an eye, but it looks like one. It says there's a place within me, still, calm, steady, eternal. And this person is repeating this over and over again as they meditate. It says eternal center, guru, protection, peace. So yeah, you have to learn how to protect yourself spiritually and how to protect your peace. Potential and possibility, future, highest self, quantum. Reach out to the potential. That is calling you. You all may do quantum leaps to try to manifest. So some of y'all are very complex spiritualists. Like, y'all know how to do a lot. And it's hard for me to try to explain some of this stuff in these readings, because like you can't really just explain it like that. Like, it's so many layers to a lot of this stuff. But a lot of y'all, maybe that's why I'm here in Underworld. Y'all be doing a lot of y'all's dreams and stuff. And quantum leaping, switching timelines, astral traveling, all that. All that. Some of y'all ain't to be played with out here. And you may not tell everybody all your spiritual gifts or everything you know how to do, because it ain't meant for everybody to know. And a lot of people can't even digest. They can't even comprehend or think about or imagine some of the things you can do. Okay? Spirit of the tree. These trees keep on coming out. Maybe you need to go be around trees or give an offering to a tree or something. It says, if you're in need of a lesson, there is wisdom in the trees. Spirit of the tree, nature, priestess, inner peace. Some of y'all may even feel like when you walk by a tree, it's like giving you a message. Like the tree on Pocahontas. Maybe go to the park and sit by a tree. I ain't saying you got to go hug a tree. We got 22. You could be a life path 22. Memento mori, life, present, and death. The meaning is in the middle. What is memento mori? Does it say? Does it have to do with death? The affirmation is, I consciously live a meaningful and enriched life. So you may want to say that every day. I consciously live a meaningful and enriched life. I messed up. Let me say it again. I consciously live a meaningful and enriched life. In the medieval period, Latin philosophers came up with the phrase memento mori, meaning remember that you die. I thought it had something to do with death. Okay. Remember that you die. A memento mori is something that serves to remind us of the impermanence of life. This idea was created to wake us up to the miracle of existence and to inspire us. Like I said, some of you wanted to cease to exist, but you were like, no, no, no. I need to be grateful for the life that I have. It says to gently remind us that one day, la mariposa de la muerte. I could swear mariposa is a butterfly. Let me see, because butterflies keep coming up. Is mariposa, is that a butterfly in Spanish? Or am I making that up? Yeah, Spanish word for butterfly. The mariposa lily. Lily is very significant to me. So I'm going to have to look up a mariposa lily. I don't have the right accent for Spanish, so ignore me. It's a plant with tulip-like flowers that resemble butterflies. Oh, the butterfly lily. I got butterfly lily essential oil. Oh my God, I'm using that. I've been trying to save it because I only have a small thing. It's literally right here. The company I got it from does not sell it anymore. I'm not lying, y'all. Butterfly lily. Y'all read? Can y'all see that? Butterfly lily. This is all I have. This little thing. And I've been trying to save it. But I got it because my great grandmother, one of my ancestors that helps me all the time, her name is Lily. So anything that says Lily, I always buy. And now the mariposa lily, butterfly lily. Okay, not a message for me. Hey, great grandmother. The flowers are usually white, red, yellow, or violet and grow in the western United States and Mexico. So the butterfly lily resembles a butterfly. Okay. So this idea created to wake us up to the miracle of existence and to inspire us, to gently remind us that one day la mariposa de la muerte, so the butterfly of death, will softly land upon our shoulders. It is natural to have a fear of the unknown. Some of you may end up being death doulas, or you may help people cross over. I know one of my gifts is to help people cross over when they pass, but girl, I ain't girl or guy. I ain't tapped into that yet because I ain't ready to fully open my mediumship abilities. But some of y'all may be opening up your mediumship abilities. It is natural to have a fear of the unknown, but it is the duality of life and death that makes this meaningful. Too much time creates numbness. No time at all creates a void. We need both. What if we could make peace with them? We could feel more alive than ever. And then it has something that says manifestation enhancer. It says, take time to open your heart to the magic of your existence. Practice presence. So being in the present moment. What do they call that? It's not called meditation. It's called something else, and I can't think of it. mindfulness. Practice mindfulness. Even though they're saying practice presence, which is mindfulness, and gratitude for this experience, the mess, the magic, and the mundane. Ooh, it's hard to live in the mundane world once you become more spiritual. So it's important to stay balanced, because you will find yourself getting depressed and not even wanting to be on this earth, because you're going to realize just this earth is ridiculous. So stay balanced. It says, think, thank you, thank you, thank you. Open up. Remember how precious this is. So make sure your heart is open to receive, because they are going to be sending you a divine helper, but you may miss it. You may miss it. You may miss the message. You may miss the assistance if you're not paying attention. The Forbidden Forest. It says, you are so brave to keep on going the way that you do. The Forbidden Forest. Bravery, persistence, redemption. Let me read that again. You are so brave to keep going the way that you do. Keep on going. People try to tell you what to do and try to forbid you from doing certain things, and you kept going. You could be 22 years old, 35 years old, or 25 years old. You don't have to be those ages, but that's just extra confirmation. We have yet another card that says miracle. Stay open to all the beautiful things. Magic, mushroom, miracles, fairy energy opening up. There's a lot of cards reminding you to be open, to be accepting of help. So make sure you don't have a subconscious resistance to people helping you. Make sure you don't reject helpful information just because you don't like the messenger as well. Okay, so yeah, pay attention to that. And honor the flow of your emotions. First of all, hold on, because what's on these cards? A bunch of eyes. Eyes are very important. Eyes are very important here. For one, because you're very intuitive. The number 38, I told y'all that's one of my favorite numbers, and it keeps showing up. The number 38. So 8 can be 38, or 11 can be significant. So some of y'all really could be life path 11s. Again, 11 represents portals. New portals are opening up. Eyes are very important. You may have very distinctive looking eyes, or you just have a good psychic eye. Okay. It says alchemy, processing, sensitivity. So you also had to learn how to live in a world now that you are more sensitive to energy. Okay. So that's why it's important to stay grounded, because it can become very depressing as you open up your spiritual gifts and you learn the truth about a lot of things. It can make you like, I don't even want to be here on this planet. This planet is ghetto. Why am I here? So stay grounded. Stay grounded, because it'll make you want to just get away from here sometimes, like the more you learn. So it's kind of hard to be spiritual and then have to still live in this mundane world. Still got to go to work every day. Like, work be the first thing that become the most depressing. You be like, I can't do that. I feel like a slave. I can't do this. We have forgive yourself. Today's lesson, identify one area of your own life where you're angry at yourself, or where you've yet to forgive something you've done. Healing requires forgiving oneself as well as others. Your goal is to love yourself enough to heal. So some of you may still have some things you need to forgive yourself for. Do your shadow work to figure out what that is, or you can get a shadow work reading done. Okay, but do what you need to do to figure that out. Relinquish control. That's why it's reminding you to be open and accepting of help. Okay. Identify one person you feel the need to control, and think about why that power is so essential to you. What do you fear if your hold is released? Your goal is to recognize how much stress is generated in your body through the need to control someone else. Some of y'all might be kind of type A, got the type A personalities going on, okay? And that makes it very hard to relinquish control, and relinquishing control is a big part of manifestation, successful manifestations anyway. So that might be some of your lessons. Be proactive. Recognize one of the major areas of insecurity in your life and see how much it disempowers you. Remember I said you're working on self-love? Then identify one small action you can take to release that insecure feeling. Your goal is to observe whether you're proactive or passive, since healing requires proactive energy. So let's say you're aware of an insecurity, but you're not doing anything about it. You're not doing anything to release it, but it's like something that really could affect your life, the way you view things, your ability to manifest, things like that. Because we all have insecurities, and I don't think we have to pick apart every last insecurity we have or heal from every insecurity we have. But there are some that are very impactful, so we do need to identify those and work on those, okay? We have enhanced your physical health, and I said some of you have already done that. You've lost weight, you're eating more healthy, you're working on natural remedies. You might be growing your hair out. Maybe you went natural with your hair, like more conscious about the products you use every day. Even cleaning products, you're more conscious about a lot of things. So today's lesson, think about how you view yourself as a physical being. Do you perceive yourself as weak or strong? Do you tend to make excuses for why you're not proactive in your healing? They're going to have proactive word again. When you see what can and should be done, your goal is to initiate one positive action in your life to enhance your physical health. You don't have to start big. The first thing I always start with eating healthy, I will either stop eating meat for a while or I will stop drinking soda. I like grape soda. It used to be grape soda, then it was Coke, and now it's grape soda again. Sometimes pineapple soda, okay? So that's my vice right there. But I don't try. I have been a vegetarian before. I was for a whole year, but it made me lose too much weight. So I'm not a vegetarian anymore because of that. But you don't have to just go straight to being a vegetarian or being a vegan or whatever. Just something small that you can do and then build upon that, okay? Maybe instead of driving, like if you live in an apartment, maybe instead of driving to the mailbox, you walk to the mailbox every day. I literally have stores that I could walk to in like 5 minutes. Like I have a grocery store that's right basically in my apartment complex. I can walk to that. So maybe you can walk to places instead of driving. Small changes. Maybe when you go to Walmart, instead of parking super close, park farther away. So you got to walk farther to get to and from the car. Like little small things. Of course, drinking more water. We can always do that. Okay, bring humor into your life. Think about whether you truly have a sense of humor. Healing is enhanced with humor, and laughter can lighten almost anything, certainly most day-to-day irritations. Your goal, to bring humor to everything that causes you stress, as this is one of the most empowered responses you can have. Some people be not understanding me because I don't get super emotional about things that probably should make me upset or angry. Like, I just don't. Like, I'll make a joke about it. And I'm not making a joke about it in order to avoid the emotions. Some people think that's what I'm doing, but I'm not. I just don't be getting that mad. Like, I don't get that mad. I don't get that sad. I kind of think things happen for a reason. So I have to keep bringing up this situation with my father, right? I recently found out the guy on my birth certificate is not my father. And I'm in a support group and I ended up finding my real father, okay? So I'm in a support group with people who've gone through the same thing. And, you know, some people get devastated by that. They don't ever want to talk to their mom again. They have an identity crisis. I don't even know who I am anymore and all that. And those are all valid, especially because everybody's situation is different. But, like, some of us are like, oh, well, you know, I'm not going to sit here and be super sad or upset or angry about it. And there's this person in the group that posted a clip of Maury. And like Maury Povich, you know how he used to do the paternity test. and like they made a joke about it, and somebody was upset, like, how can you joke about a situation like this? And I was in there cracking up. I made a comment like, I wonder how many of our moms were nervous every time Maury came on. Knowing we could have all been guests on the show. And some people didn't understand how we can joke about a situation like that. And there's some people that just don't get as emotional about things. There's some people that joke about things to cover up their emotions too. So you have to know yourself and know which one you are. But it doesn't hurt to bring humor in a situation as long as you're not doing it to cover up your true feelings. Transform worrisome thoughts. I literally just posted a video about how worrying does not help your situation. It says, be aware of anything you're worrying about. What do you do when you're worried? How much power do you lose, and from what part of your body? Your goal: to observe how much worrying affects your health. Okay, speaking as someone who had high blood pressure due to stress, not due to any other reason but stress, and had to get on high blood pressure medication, pay attention to the signs. My body reacts to stress. As soon as I get stressed, I get the worst sinus infection. It's like I'm down for a week. That's how bad my sinus infections can get because I'm stressed. Okay? So, observe how much worrying affects your health, and to counter the stress of this emotion with prayer and positive action. So prayer showing up a lot here. You all learned the power of prayer for sure. You definitely learned that through this situation. One more, please. Dare to be creative. Think about all the creative ideas that come to you in one day. Child, I got too many, but keep them coming though. How many do you dismiss as trivial or unproductive? Write them down. What I do when I think of all these ideas, I obviously can't do them all at once. I will text them to myself. I will write them down. I have notes in my phone about all the different things that I need to do. I'll get to them whenever I get to them, but I don't dismiss them, okay? So I may not work on it right away, but I don't dismiss it. So it says, how many do you dismiss as trivial or unproductive? Healing requires impractical and daring creativity. Your goal: to observe how you respond to your own creative voice. Are you receptive or self-critical? All right, so we will leave that there. We're at 57 minutes. Okay. I try to leave these at an hour or under. So I need to put away all these decks I be using. Is that all? No, we're not going to use that. I want to end on a positive note. It's certain decks that I know if I use it, it's going to tell me what's everybody else is doing. and I don't care about that. I'm gonna leave it there because that was positive advice. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there. So thank you for taking the time to watch. Please like, share, and subscribe and follow. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. Toodles.